So today's story time is going to be a little less on the gay side and more of just a fun story time about the time that Kylie Jenner paid my rent for a literal month. No, I'm not kidding. But what's not true is that I actually know Kylie personally. So if you were expecting a story where we became besties and lived our best life and shared Timothy in the bedroom, I wish. But that's not this one. So if you were hoping for that, I'm so sorry. And if you were hoping for some gay story time, it's also not that. I guess you could say it's gay because I'm a gay guy and it's a story time, but it's not a gay story time like my normal. But anyway, this story time is about the time that I resold Kylie Cosmetics and made enough money to pay my rent in one day, actually in like a few minutes, but we'll get there. So no, I did not know Kylie personally. I wish, because I'm low-key obsessed with her, but I feel like I was at least like a little thread away from knowing her. Maybe she even saw my eBay listing. I really don't know. This was about 2016. Hey boys, my name's Mitch Mangione and you're watching another story time by a complete f***ing it. And so if you like content like this, keep watching. Otherwise, I don't really care. So this story takes place about 2016, I believe. This was like the height of the makeup YouTuber. There was Manny MUA, Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, all the makeup queens. And so I was really interested in makeup. And I even tried drag for about 4 months. I got to the point that I was in a drag magazine and I was like planning on being on Drag Race. But that all came to a complete halt when I was asked to perform on stage. And then I was like, this is not for me. I'm out. I sold all my makeup. I got rid of it all. I sold it on Depop. I sold all the clothes. I spent probably like a good 10 grand within a 3-4 month time frame on this like drag career that I was trying to go toward, and quickly realized that that wasn't for me. But in that time, I had collected a lot of different makeup. I had seen the limited edition collections and how quickly they sold out and how much people wanted them. And so when Kylie put out her makeup line, or was talking about putting out her makeup line, I was like, well, I'm on the tail end of this drag thing, so I don't actually want this makeup. I don't want these lip kits. Because if you remember, her first launch was a really small launch of just lip kits, which was a liquid lipstick and a lip pencil that matched. And I think she had about 3 or 4 shades at this time, and people were freaking out. This was like the height of Kylie's fame. This was when she had her teal hair. She started doing lip injections and she was becoming like the new it girl, and people were like, who's Kim? But so I knew that she was going to slay at this. I knew that it was going to sell out immediately. Obviously, everything that she touches sells out. Everything that whole family touches in general sells out immediately. And so I knew that like this could be a good opportunity for me. Did I think that I was going to be able to pay my entire month's rent and then some with this? No, I did not expect that at all. So I went into this just like, I'm going to have fun. If I get one lip kit and I'm able to resell it, that's awesome. Like I wasn't stressing about how much I was going to make here. And so I planned this whole thing. I know the day that it's going to drop. It was sometime in 2016. You can go look up the date because I don't really care what day it was. And I had my clipboard on my computer like ready. I had the addresses saved. I had everything in notes so that way I could just copy and paste everything and didn't have to sit there and type it out because I knew that this was going to sell out in seconds. There was like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so the day comes and I'm sitting on this computer like 30 minutes ahead of time, just refreshing the page, refreshing. Like a part of me was hoping that like I was going to hit some secret moment where they made it live earlier than they said it was going to be. And then I was going to be able to buy like 1 million lip kits, but that didn't happen. But I was sitting there refreshing. And when the time hit for when it was being released, that I can't even tell you how like much my heart was like pounding my body. I was like, like in this like anxious, stressed moment of getting these lip kits. And so I put 7 of them in my car. I put as many as I could before I was like, okay, I just need to check out now before they sell out. And so I put them in my cart. I go to the like checkout. I copy and paste my address in there. I copy and paste my name. Like my last name is super long. And I just was like, okay, like here we go. And I like press process to process the payment. And it like is taking forever. I'm like, oh my God, I missed it. Like it's sold out. I did not get this launch. Like this is and like I didn't know whether I would be able to do this again because it was the first launch. I knew that it was a smaller launch, so I had the chance to actually resell this, but then I knew in the future there'd probably be bigger launches once the brand got bigger and I wouldn't be able to do this reselling thing. So I really wanted this first launch, especially because people were so obsessed with this first launch, like insane. And so I press submit or process. It's going, it's waiting. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And I didn't get it. And I was so stressed. And then it shows the confirmation. I'm like, oh my God. And so I wanted to see how quickly this actually sold out. And so I went back to the site immediately after I got the confirmation and all the lip kits were sold out, like sold out within 10 seconds, 10 seconds, which I knew was going to happen. And so I was ecstatic. I got all the lip kits. I didn't know how long it was going to be until they shipped. And I wasn't going to wait until then to list them because I knew that the hype would be gone if it took 2 weeks to ship them or something. You know what I mean? It was the first launch. Their site crashed. It sold out in 10 seconds. I was like, okay, so this might be one of those situations where it might be a couple week thing because their whole team is trying to get used to this whole new thing. Because before, you know, they're just celebrities and doing TV shows. Now they're like selling an actual massive product. And so I have the confirmation emails, I make my eBay, and I put the confirmation emails as the photos. Because like I said, I didn't even have the lip kits at this point. And so I put the confirmation email as the photo. I shit you not. These sold out in like minutes, all 7 of them, all 7 of them. And for reference, I paid $29 a piece for these lip kits, okay? I resold each of them and I put them up for bids. So I didn't choose the price. I didn't know what I wanted. You know, I would have been happy just to double the price. I sold each of those things for $200. $200 for lipstick. Like, girls are wild. But whatever, I'm gonna bank off of them. And so I got each of them for $200 without even having a lip kit in hand. Like, I literally put a picture of just the confirmation email and they all sold out within minutes. $200. So I made $1,400 on that. And at this time, this was 2016. So my rent total for a 2-bedroom with a loft, which would be insanely priced now, was $1,400. And I had a boyfriend at the time, so we split it. So I actually got to keep half of that, paid my rent, and then some. I don't remember what I bought with it. Wild. And so from that point forward, I was every single Kylie launch that came out, I was reselling them until I couldn't anymore. Because like I said, at a certain point, these brands started to catch on that there were people reselling their stuff and making a profit from them. And so they launched with bigger launches. So nothing really ever sold out. And unless it was like limited edition, it was really hard for me to sell. But in the meantime, I resold Kylie Cosmetics. I resold Jeffree Star. I resold a few other brands that were doing limited releases because I knew like, okay, I've done this once, I can do this again. And so I made a shit ton of money off of Jeffree as well until he also realized what everyone was doing. And so it was a lot of fun at that moment in time. And I did make a good amount of money. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be like a makeup reseller. And then I even had this plan of like me making my own liquid lipstick. But then when I started to like look into how much it was going to be to get like a cosmetic chemist, I was like, okay, never mind. That's like a fun, cute idea. But like, we're nipping this in the bud. And so my makeup career ended pretty quickly, but it was a lot of fun. And I'm really thankful for Kylie Jenner for paying my rent for 1 month. Love you, girl. Anyway, hope you like this video. Catch you in the next one.